Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing my face for the very first time, hi, my name is Adora and you're watching Life with Adabeke. Welcome. If you're one of my OGs, one of my returners, hey, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate the comments, the likes, the shares, subscribe. Please don't forget to keep doing all those things. Those things are like the lifeblood of this channel. It keeps us moving, it keeps us going. Okay, so on to the discussion of today. About something that a lot of premeds talk about. They talk about it, and I want us to discuss. I feel like it's a myth, and I want to talk about whether safety schools are real. Are safety schools real? Is there really something like safety school? Safety school. You hear people say it's safety school. What is even a safety school, and is it even a real concept? Do they really exist? What is safety school? Safety school is like, when you listen to premeds, they will tell you there's something called a rich school, a safety school, and like normal. So a rich school is a school that they feel like, oh, it would be very difficult to get into. This could be because of like your stats, it could be because of demographic factors, just anything. People have metrics that they use, and then they'll say, okay, this is a rich school. A safety school is a school that they feel is a sure banker that they are going to get in, so it could be because, oh, my stats definitely fall into the mean scores, the average scores of the school, or because, oh, I'm in state and this place always accepts in state residents, so I don't even need to worry about it too much. So that's usually what people mean when they are referring to safety schools. Now, is this a real concept? Well, I'd say this a lot, that the medical school application process is very holistic. It will shock you that the schools you refer to as safety schools will not even give you an interview invite. And why is that? I think a lot of times when people are building on the idea of safety school, they are only thinking about scores. And honestly, score is just one like point. It's just one factor. Your MCAT, your GPA, I'm not saying that it's not important. You guys already know I hammer on this, but it's just one factor, right? I know that when I was applying, there's this, I don't know how much is used anymore, called like the Lizzie M score. So people will put in their like GPA, their science GPA, their MCAT score, something, and then it will give them like a score of how competitive you are. I want to say that whole thing is complete. Is not useful, because you can have these good scores, but your application, your story, you don't have the good letters of recommendation, you don't have a good personal statement, you don't have good extracurriculars, but you have a 520 and a 3.9 GPA. Yeah, the scores look good, and the scores might make you feel like, oh, I can apply to Harvard and Hopkins, and it will get me, and oh, these ones are not going. But it doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, that score is just 1 point in everything. It's just one data point in the entirety of your application, and you can actually psych yourself out of places that you were actually you could have gotten into, because you feel like, oh, because I have this score, I'm going to just apply to all these like really competitive schools to get into. And on the other hand, you might have a 3.5 GPA and a 502, and you think, oh, because I have that, I shouldn't apply to like competitive programs, because, oh, I'm not within their range, those are rich, those schools are rich for me, I definitely won't get in, I'm not issuing. But actually, you have good extracurriculars, you have like an amazing personal statement, and you've shown growth within your GPA. Like, there are so many things going on for you, but now you are like psyching yourself out of applying to somewhere that you could have actually gotten into, point blank, period. You understand? So I want us to leave behind this idea of safety school, rich school, everything, and think critically about your application. Maybe that safety school, rich school, made sense when you were applying for undergrad. But in med school, it doesn't really, because a place might be a safety school, sorry, it might be a rich school, but because you are in state, that school becomes way more like, it becomes way more of an opportunity for you. Like, you have a higher chance of getting in because you're in state. You get what I'm saying? Like, maybe based on their stats or whatever, it was a rich school, but the fact that you're in state, the fact that you have ties to that school, you understand, you've done projects, you have maybe like things that match their mission, that makes that place actually more of like, is more doable than you maybe might have thought about. Another thing is that when a school shows you their like their maybe a school might on their website, their average MCAT might be 512, right? That is usually I know they usually give median MCAT, right? It will be 512. Median is the 50th percentile. That means they have 50% of people who got MCATs above that 512, and they have 50% of people who got MCATs below that 512. I know there are some schools who will give you their lowest accepted MCAT, and I feel like that's actually a more useful metric if you want to think about scores. But don't look at, oh my god, they have their median MCAT is 512, my MCAT score is 507, that means I should not apply. No! 50% of people who were accepted got below a 512. So your score is very well within their range. It's very well within their range. So my point here in this video is that if you have a good story, you've crafted a good application, don't let your score, don't let Lizzie M, don't let this one psych you out of applying to places that you could very well get into. Don't say, oh, this place is a rich, oh, they don't take this, oh, my score is too low. Have you crafted work based on what you have. Work based on what you have, right? Create an application that is good, and then pick schools, apply to schools that make sense. I have a video where I talked about how to come up with your school list. Like, don't say, oh, this place is like, oh, it's definitely it's a safety school, but this place only accepts in-state applicants, but you are applying there because, oh, it's a safety school. You will never get in, and then you will be shocked, oh, it was my safety but I didn't get in, because they only accept in-state. Or I'll put it as a safety school, but this is a school that in their mission, community service is very, very big, but you don't have community service, but you put it as a safety school. What are you doing? Are you even thinking about this critically? So my point is, I want us, in the process of applying, in the process of crafting your school list, leave this idea of safety school, rich school, all those things. Leave the idea and think critically about your application. I feel like if you hold on to this, oh, my Lyceum score, oh, my scores, oh, safety school, rich school, it stops you from thinking critically about the schools that you're applying to. What matters more is, does my mission align with the mission of the school? This is a school that is big on research. Do I have research? This is a school that is big on serving the underserved. Have I done that? This is a school that is big on community service. Do I have community service? This is a school that is big on technology and innovations. Is that something that I'm invested in? Have I spoken to this in my extracurriculars, in my personal statements, in my letters of rec? Are those things that shine when you look at my application? Because that's what the school is trying to build, a class that fits into their mission, right? And that, at the end of the day, is what's most important. The scores are really just, a door opener to say, okay, this person has the ability to study and take tests and be able to, pass. Because med school, we write a lot of tests. That's just a given. So can you take tests? Can you study? Can you read? That's really what the tests are. But at the end of the day, the school is still trying to craft a med school class that fits their mission. Okay, that's really all I have to say. If you have any questions about this whole safety school, rich schools, all those kind of things, if you do, please leave it in the comment section. Is there something that you want me to demystify as part of this application process? Please let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment in this video. I remain your girl Adabeke, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay, goodbye.